people. Find me a shady spot to park. Yep. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not feeding y'all today. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not feeding y'all now. Somebody's missing. Oh, yeah. I saw her a while ago. I think I see her coming. So, let's get this party started. Oh, so here's my dilemma today. Record keeping. Record keeping is important with your cows, no matter how many you have, and I have done a really crappy job this year. I don't know why. Lazy, busy doing other things. It's been a busy year. So, I've got a bunch of calves out here that I got to figure out who goes with who so I can write it down in my trusty little handy dandy, just for me, notebook. Yep, the old-fashioned way. I will then take it back up to the house at my little desk, and I use Cattle Max, and I'll put it in there. So I'll have 2 records of who belongs to who. Like this little dude. I have no idea. Nope, none whatsoever. Got to figure this out. Yep, he's a little dude. He's not that important. The heifers are. The heifers, I definitely got to figure out who belongs to who. Most of them I know, but there's 1 or 2 that I'm not really sure about. Mainly because they're white. And I got 3 white ones. But I think I've got it figured out. So let's get started. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna count my cows. Make sure I know how many I have. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's 21. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. There's 31 because I know she has a calf. And you know what? There's 30 because that was her bull calf that I was looking at to start with. Okay, so there's 30 out here. Well, that was interesting. So I've got, this is my little notebook. I made this when I first got cows. And I just write the name of the cow. If I bought them, I put how much I paid for them. And then I keep up with their calves. And then if I sell them, this is what I do. I keep up with the vaccination. Well, I try to keep up with the vaccinations. What little we do. Worming, all that good stuff. And it's very simple. And then I started, like I said, I started using Cattle Max 3 years ago, I think. And I like it. It's very easy to use. If I can use it, anybody can use it. And I get all that stuff written down. I'll go put it on my Cattle Max sometime today. So let's get started with who belongs to who. So I know belongs to Sue. So let me go in here and see if I have Sue written down having this calf. I think I did. But I'm not gonna swear to it. There's Daisy. There's Greer. Lassie. There's Sue. Nope, I didn't. So I got to figure out when she had her baby. It's either July or August, so I'll figure that out here in a little bit. I know that's a heifer. And I know she had it in 25, so I'll go ahead and write 25 down, and I'll get the month and date. I have to scroll through my pictures. A little white heifer over there that's laying down on the ground belongs to Blossom. Let me find Blossom. Oh, Blossom gives kisses. Well, can't get the page turned. That's not Blossom. That's not Blossom. There's Blossom. July 2025, so I wrote hers down. All right. That little heifer right there belongs to Greer. And then that little white heifer belongs to somebody. I'll have to figure that. Oh, it belongs to Bonnie. That's who it is. Bonnie's the one that's still up there. All right, let me get all that written down. Hey, little girl. Next thing I do is get names for my heifers. Whoop. All right. Yep, next thing I got to do is get a name for my heifers. They all get a name. The bull calves we'll just all call Nexty. Nexty to the freezer. All right, girls. Well, there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is all my cows had calves this year. Every one of them. The bad news is, number one of them didn't survive. So, don't know what happened to her. And it was a heifer, of course. The other bad news is I have 3 white calves out here, and I know who 2 of them belong to, but I'm not positive who one of them belongs to. So, they're going to all get ear tags probably in December. Anyhow, so we'll figure that out. If I hadn't figured it out by then, I will figure it out. And I'm pretty sure that Carmela there had a bull calf. I'm just not 100% certain. And it is possible one of these white heifers belongs to her. So, if that's the case, then somebody had a bull calf that I didn't count. I have not found Bossy, and I know she had a bull calf because I fussed at her for breaking her trend of heifers. So, don't do like me. Do not get lazy in your record keeping. I know I've been very busy this year. My work schedule kept me away way more than I wish it would have. But I have to work, unfortunately. I did not win the nearly $2 billion lottery. Although I did try to identify as a winner, but nobody would go for that. So it is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the house. I know y'all don't want to watch me enter all this on the computer. Just like you didn't want to watch me necessarily walk around and try to figure out who belongs to who. But you get the idea. Record keeping is important. You cannot keep up with who's sick, who gets what medicine, if you have to give anybody any medicine. Good thing about Highlands is they don't get sick very often. They're very resilient, resistant to a lot of diseases and other critters. Are you coming back? Did I scare you? He got a name when he was born. That's Archie. And back behind him is Buddy. And they are going on the 14th to freezer camp. That'll be my first ones. But that's a whole nother story. Anyway, like I said, keep up your records. Don't be lazy like me, because it will cause problems in the future. And I'm going to get started on my computer work. Thanks for watching.